No. No. Are they not streaming today?
All right.
Yeah,
Good morning, everybody.
Sorry for being a little late. Jared woke up late. And then let's just dive into it. We got a couple decent plays setting up here. We got good morning. Let's see here. Let's dive into it. Couple multi-day bounces. Or let's start off with some plays gapping up. CYN, that did everything I wanted from the watch list pretty much. Getting to 7. We'll see what this does. The higher the better. I'm probably just gonna wait this out, let it do its thing, and just wait for the multi-day bounce. We're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, day 7 of a move. Day 8, 7 or 8 here. And it's just so many green days. The odds just keep on lowering. Evoc. Yeah, this one had a nice little. It's having a nice little gap up. Definitely looking for a multi-day bounce right out of the watch list. Definitely, that's looking good. Then we have. Let's see, IDAI. What's that doing? That's holding up. That could be another potential multi-day bounce play straight out of the watch list as well. IDAI. Just looking for it to set up in the morning, break the high. A great example was NUTX from last week, where it was developing, kind of had a range, and once it broke the high, that's when you got the serious move. It had a couple fake outs early. That's what we were in early, around 8:35, but it kept holding up, fell in the break trend, and when it consolidated again and broke the, what was it, 840 something high?
844, 845.
Yeah. Once it broke that, that's when you got the serious move. That's when all the shorts really got their confirmation that it's not heading lower, and they're going to start covering and locking in profits because now it's not continuing lower. It's starting to change momentum and trend, so they're going to get out and play it safe. So EVOC is looking good. Same with IDAI. Let me check VIVK. That's another potential multi-day bounce. Just keep these on watch. They do need a little bit of time to develop, but these definitely keep on watch. And COSM, that is another multi-day bounce as well. All these seem to be stabilizing.
Trying to put in a bottom.
Yeah, so we'll see which one.
The volume is low, but the volume will come in. You just got to stick to the pattern. Not NUTX. What was the other one?
That was possibly around that. It was on the month. That was 80%. But most of the plays were multi-day bounce, so I guess you could almost say that. Sorry, Jared, what were you saying?
What was the other play that we took on, was it Friday or Thursday? Yeah, it was on Friday.
That was VIVK, the failure in the morning.
Yeah,
it was this one. Yeah, it's VIVK. What time is it? Okay, we're about to open up. CYN looking good.
I mean, this was a fake out, and the volume was super, super low, but it still, I mean, it still did what we wanted.
One play that's a gapper I'm looking for is BTTX. Oh, this one's bouncing now. Okay, so BTTX, I'm looking for an open price in VWAP.
What was it?
BTTX. Just looking for an open price play and VWAP hold or reclaim. So we wait 10 to 15 minutes. I did notice that ATER in the morning. Yes, I did take a look at that. And same with HCDI. Those are a couple breakouts that are kind of setting up.
And NutX, if you keep that on watch.
Yeah, if that gets up higher. So BTTX, just looking for now open price hold or 138. And it's okay if it comes below it. I actually do prefer when it comes below. Shorts fail to take it lower. They recognize that after 10-15 minutes of consolidation or so. You start getting the uptrend, and once it confirms the open price and VWAP hold and reclaim, you should get a move. EVOC, let me take a look at that. Let me see if it's setting up. Okay, this one's doing nothing for now. We have to still see a little bit more from it. But usually, so right now, the price point would be 50 cents, but it hasn't moved. I wait a few minutes for it to consolidate after it sets a high, because sometimes that high is just like a dead cat bounce, that little perk that it gets. So when it fails to break down after 5 minutes or more consolidation, then I look for that high break, because then at that point I see that high break as a confirmation. So right now with EVOK, it's actually just a waiting game. Let me check the other ones, because this one so far is not my favorite.
Go play with something else.
Yeah, right now the bounce plays just a waiting game. They're not really doing a whole ton right now. Let's see. Yeah, hope that made sense. We'll see. Hopefully one of them works out, so we kind of get it in person, so I could show you really how we would trade it. Damn, it's staying at one price. That's incredible. EVOK, just going sideways. CYN hold game.
Just let it play out. Just let it set in a high, put in a high, let it fail to break down, really confirm. Once it breaks that high, take a starter, wait for, maybe wait for that high to confirm, put in some higher lows, holding VWAP, and then you can add as it's working out, and just sell, take your snipe when it works out for you. And then when it doesn't, just cut your loss. But right now, it's just a waiting game.
What else we got moving?
We're just trying to
RDBX.
We're trying to pick a direction.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, so let's just be patient. Let it figure out what it's gonna do. Like Jared said, once it. Yes, no, most definitely. We'll let you know. Definitely. Yeah, just a waiting game. That's sometimes the worst part about the morning, really, just being patient, letting things develop, not getting too antsy. Not forcing anything. Let me see, BTTX. Not doing anything yet. Yeah, CYN, I'm kind of done watching it. It did exactly what I wanted right out of the watch list pre-market, and I don't know what else to do with it. It's just had so many green days now. I'm just done with it.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, just we've played it multiple times on the upside. Now just it's up so much, it's not really worth trying to keep playing long. Yeah, exactly. I bet you they're all loading up right now, waiting for that first red day. Let it put in the first red day. We'll wait for a multi-day bounce when that sets up.
Oh yeah, CYN. Are we finally getting a little reversal? No. You want to take care of him, Jared? Put him somewhere else, if that's possible.
You need to chill. No, come on, dude.
Okay. EVOK still bouncing. Not seeing an entry yet. Really like to wait for a little bit of time for it to confirm that uptrend with that 5 minute or more consolidation. So that's still a waiting game. It's already up nicely too. That's kind of annoying. Okay. BTTX looks like it's dead. It's just downtrending now. Breaking to new lows. FRGE. That's doing nothing. FRGE is a potential breakout. Looking for a $20 breakout. No volume right now, but it's definitely uptrending the past week. So something to keep an eye on for a 20.5 breakout. If you want to set an alert or something to that. Okay, now, ideally now, let's see. If this fails to break down and we get 5 minutes or more of consolidation before we come back and break 53 cents, I'll be buying 53 cents. I'll see that as the high to buy off of. So it's really important that we do get a few minutes of consolidation. Because imagine shorts looking at this right now. They're looking at, okay, we're up nicely on our position. This is giving a nice little bounce. But it still isn't looking that strong. If it fails to break the high, and we could easily head lower and break to new lows. So that's why we go for the high break, risking off the lows. Because once it breaks lows, that will really kind of show that momentum is going to continue lower. As we saw with VIVK on Friday, it had a quick little bounce, but what did it do? It came right back, and once it broke day low, that red day got really aggressive. So that is an example of the important ranges on this play. How you're really just looking for that momentum shift for it to start making new lows. New highs.
Yeah, ideally you're risking.
Yes.
You're trying to risk low of day.
Yeah.
And as it confirms, you could bring your risk up, and you can
Yeah.
size in. No.
No.
Once
market opens. That low. So like you said, 49.492. That would be where we would risk off of if we'd be getting in, and that is quite a bigger risk. You understand me? So that's something I would go in with really small size, and then wait for it to really develop so that I could add more size, and we get the confirmation of the new high or the higher low at 50 cents. If that keeps holding here at 50 cents, we could keep uptrending. That would be my new risk, 50 cents. But now we'll just see how this develops. Neat. Okay. Nice. Perfect. On the same page here. Let's see any other plays working out.
I have my alert set for BTTX.
Yeah,
so.
okay. Because I'm seeing that. It is trying to stabilize here.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No, I do.
So you lied. RDBX, that looks like a good play. I'm so done with it. It's up decently. Right into mid sevens. Volume fading actually. Doesn't seem that nice now that I think about it. Really look at it. Let's see. Another one to keep an eye on. If it come back to its highs, IDAI. If we get that 4 break, that could be a potential multi-day bounce. And I bring that one up to also give you the idea that it doesn't necessarily have to spike right away in the morning. Sometimes it's a gap down, it's red on the day, you might get a morning panic, but it ends up failing to break down, and then it starts grinding back. And then that high break, that's when shorts really get squeezed. So just to give you an example that it's not going to be the same exact thing every time where you might get a gap up or a morning spike, and then you wait for the consolidation and high break. Sometimes it's dipping at the open or something. And it's not looking perfect. It's red on the day. Or shows no candlestick for IDAI. So weird. That is weird. Not a ticker. That's weird. I'm looking at it right now. Jared, you got it up? Yeah. Interesting. Who are you using as a broker? Or for your trading charting?
I've never heard of that.
Let me look it up. It's right here. Never heard of this. Interesting. Never seen this. Hello. Good morning. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I've never seen them. He uses Thinkorswim. I use TD Ameritrade, or sorry, Charles Schwab Street Smart Edge for my charting. And as you can see, they have everything. You can trade from it. You got the news, the flow, like information, everything you need. Level 2. So I don't know if you've had that problem before. Maybe consider finding a new platform to really get a better range of trading. But sorry to hear that. That's kind of crappy. I hate when that happens.
TD Ameritrade is free, so
Yeah, all these are free here too, so you don't have to worry about paying, if that's your concern. You might be overseas. Neat. Okay. But yeah, just wanted to bring that up just to give you an idea that it's not a clear-cut pattern where we're just gap up, spike every time. Sometimes it's down, and we're looking for the bounce up.
it's really just that bottoming action failing to break down.
FRGE, sorry to cut off. FRGE is coming up soon to the 20 breakout. It's holding up. It's red green now.
Let's see.
Damn, my top percent gainers are whack right now. Nothing. APRN. Let's see that. FRGE breakout. Let me check that out. Check out APRN too, Jared. It's just popping up on mine. So I would have to wait and see how it develops. So we're not buying at any cost at that 20 breakout. I'm waiting for it to create a range, get some consolidation, confirm that area, and that will be the key level we're going to risk off of if it's in a range, because if it's making that area support and it can't break lower and it's making higher lows leading up to the breakout or confirming it. An example, can you bring up CYN? So I can't give you an exact price, but I could show you kind of how we would be risking off of it, because I'm still waiting for it to develop. Oh, you got a new keyboard. Or old one, you just replaced it. Yeah. So here, I was getting in at 473 over here, and my risk was 455. Not all the time. If they're not shaping perfectly, no. If there's no pattern, sometimes they're just garbage plays, as we saw with BTTX that so far right now is fading. I do have a pattern for it, but it's not giving me that pattern, so it's a no trade for the day. But CYN here, just an example. So you see how you get the burst through the breakout level. If FRGE does this with the 20 area, so just replace the numbers here on the side, the price, if you'd like. So if it broke through 20, here we have the breakout in the mid fours, and you get the higher lows consolidation, I'll be risking off of this 455 area, because this 450, 455 is looking very key. It's having a hard time breaking down. It's above a key level, and it's confirming that area, making higher lows. So if I'm getting in here at 470, right around 5% risk reward going off of the 450s, but it's right in line. That's a key area. I'm within 5%. I'm risking $150. It all checks out for me. Here we are, FRGE getting right to excuse me, 20 right now as we're talking. But like I said, we're not buying at any cost. Let it develop because sometimes the breakout fails. So you don't want to get caught in that either.
And you said for ADAI, but,
What do you say?
4 break, you're not worried.
So for IDA for forward break. It's a gap fill in reverse. Let me see. So we're not worried that it's a gap fill in reverse. Let's see this chart here. Like, are you talking about worried about it trying to fill this gap and then failing? If that's what you mean, no, not at all. Because I'll be out if I'm in around 4. I'll be out by the time it's getting to the high 4s, taking my quick 10-15%. And this pattern, the multi-day bounce, typically spikes on average around 30%. So I'm just taking my quick gains. It could head even higher than that. But because you got all these people trapped in here, once you get all that short covering, you know, it's just going to burst right through it. So we'll see how it reacts to that area. But because I set myself up to taking singles, just quick 10-15%, I'm not worried about this resistance here.
FRG is starting to move.
Yeah, I saw that. Neat. Hell yeah. Okay. So yeah, now let's just be patient, let it develop, let it pull back, confirm the area. It is a strong perk right here, definitely. But let's not get any FOMO. Nice. I love how it's right out of the watch list too. Something I was eyeing and preparing for. But yeah, we used the previous days hot plays, the highs and whatnot, to really lead us to make our watch list. So sometimes if there's no gappers in the morning, I'm not that concerned because I already have a watch list with, excuse me, plays from the week before. The way we find the multi-day bounce is by tracking recent runners, just keeping it on our watch list for later when we get the fade after at least one red day. We start looking for the bounce play. So that's how we pretty much make our watch list. If nothing gaps up in the morning that we could trade, it's all good. Let me take a look at the scanners. There doesn't seem to be anything. BTTX is red. SYSX is up nicely, but I don't like that price. That's too cheap for me. And then APRN is one that's barely up around the open price. APRN, let's see here. What do we got here? We got resistance around 4.5, and after that 5. Got 4 right now. Open price is 393. I kind of like APRN. We're doing good volume. It's trying to break above 4. Looking to test the mid 4s, which is pre-market highs. It held the open price, it came back and held open price in VWAP so far. I think this might be a decent play here. So, because you got decent risk reward too if you're risking off the 390s, 380s rather. You got open price around 393. So if you keep holding the 390s in VWAP, I think this has enough volume if the trend continues higher for it to get back to 4.5, maybe 5. So that's out of the gappers right now, I'm liking this one the most. So APRN and FRGE right now, top watches.
What's the float for APRN?
It is 19 million. So we're about to rotate it soon. We're already doing 15 million. So as long as the trend is intact, this could potentially squeeze higher. Because if we look at the history, we got a garbage history on the daily chart. Each pop is a great opportunity to sell into it or short. So now that we're getting another pop, shorts are excited, weighing it down. And I'm just looking for that expectation of theirs to break down and not happen. Because if they're expecting it to fail, if we don't get that failure, they're going to have to cover their position because they're wrong. And then it's going to start uptrending and they're going to be losing money. So they're all going to cover. And that's going to bring in more buying from covering their position, on top of more buyers recognizing the hold and break, buying into that more, we should theoretically get a nice move to the high fours, I think. But you know, right now it's getting stuffed in the low fours. We'll see how it keeps holding up. Like I said, just look for the failure of their expectation of it to break down. Ooh, RDBX came back. What happened there? That was tanking, and then now it got unhalted and came right back. Now it's halted. That's a wild play. I'm staying away from that. Ooh, okay, FRGE is looking good right here. Because we got 20.5 breakout. It's consolidating right around it here. I might give it some more time to consolidate. But right now, if I was in... There's not really a key level. Right now, you got it holding 20, but it could easily
I have
break
20.
out.
I have 20 as the key level.
Yeah, so... You know, right now, let's just let it create a range. That's all we could do. If we miss it, we miss it. Sometimes that happens. Can't be that mad.
I wouldn't mind having a starter in here in the low 20s while it confirmed a hold. But I mean, maybe a low starter. Ideally, I'd have that starter as it was breaking out.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but do you
then
remember
the-
that one play that it was a month ago? Was it CRXT? No. It was a late day mover. I was getting in on the front side as shorts were still packing it, and then it ended up dipping a little bit, consolidating some more. Then we got like 100% run. Do you remember this at all?
Yeah, I forget the ticker.
Me too. I'm forgetting the ticker too. But ever since then, I've been a lot more cautious when I enter because I had a great idea on the play and ended up doing everything I wanted and more. But I was too impatient. I had FOMO. I was getting in early and shorts were still getting into it. And we had a lot of choppiness. And I ended up getting scared out of my position. I did make money, but it was an exhausting, choppy move. And then it ended up failing to break down and then taking off. So I'm going to be a lot more patient and let it show me a bottom that I will risk off of. And we'll see the trend making higher lows. And from there, it should be a good play. Price target. Let me check the daily chart here. Let me see if there's what resistance we got. We have some resistance around 24, 25, 28. And you know, the way we trade, I'm just going to be looking for a quick 15% or so. So I'm personally going to be aiming, if I'm getting in the low 20s, 21-ish, I'm going to be aiming to get $3 or so. So I'm aiming for 24, 23, 24.
I think it's going to get up to like 25, 26.
Yeah. So it does, as you can see, it does have some resistance in that area. So
And we're just looking back here, you know, when it had this run up, you know, where it kind of topped out at. You see it topped out, you know, high 24s, high 26s.
Gotta pull back on FRGE. That's why we don't get in early. There we go. That's exactly why. Because it might get stuff. This is why you don't buy at any cost.
Damn, yours makes it. Oh, your line is different. That's why I was gonna say, damn, yours makes it look like it fucking took off way more than.
But yeah.
Yeah, just let it, you know, play out. Let it see if it fails to break down. It's already sucking in shorts right now, which is good.
APRN isn't looking great right now. Just fading. That's unfortunate. But it is still trying to hold up. Still holding that bottom at 8 or 385. Until APRN really cracks, I'm definitely watching it. What are we looking at? TPST, right out of the watch. What do we got here? Low volume. Okay, we're still waiting on that. Let's have a great day, deck. We're pumped. Let's go. It's a great Monday. What's the market doing? I remember hearing that tumbling. It's exciting.
Marcus keeps trying to crack, and it's not looking good.
Oh wait, people have been free. Yeah, I guess they could go free falling after it cracks 400. Ooh, APRN trying to hold. that's definitely gonna be a top watch for me right now. Besides FRGE, if it could come back. But yeah, so back to FRGE. So we're just looking for it now to come back to the 2021 area, fail to break down up there, and then we could get a nice move. It's not totally over. We just had a nasty pullback. As you can see, the volume wasn't totally significant. So let's just keep following the trend. I think I follow him. I think. I've heard that name. Is he a bald dude? I think he's a bald dude.
I have not heard that name.
From Sweden or something? I think so. Yeah. I'm not familiar with his strategy or anything, but I have heard of him.
Yeah.
No hair. Yeah, okay.
But damn, 100 million from 16K. That's pretty badass.
Over 10 years, yeah. Dude just got a yacht.
It's pretty badass. I mean, the possibilities
With this
trading,
game, yes.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I know everyone's got their own little edge and you know in the way they trade, but
RDBX is incredible
there's
right now.
there is just no ceiling.
Hey, taking a look at that one today? Stop it. Just breakouts. 35% win rate.
No.
Or that's what he's aiming for. 30, I don't know. Gets massive. Yeah.
I mean, he probably
Probably
just
cuts it really quick, doesn't like
just
it, and then just
sizes
sizes it
the
up.
fuck up.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I mean, it's a really smart way to trade is to just take small size with your entries, and then as it confirms and you find that correct spot to really just like throw in size. I mean, if you think about it, that's how a lot of these plays set up. They're choppy. They always give you another entry. How's old Evok looking? Still
Not
fading?
much, no.
Come on, Evok.
APRN could be encouraging if it could get above VWAP. That could be a really nice play. I think. Right now, it is downtrending right now at the moment. But it is trying to hold up in the 380s. And it's hugging open price and VWAP. If we could just get above it and hold it, I think we can get a solid move.
And you see, I'm setting alerts kind of back and forth. Just try to set alerts.
Mm-hmm.
It'll help. It helps, if when you're watching a bunch of tickers like this and you're kind of back and forth and set alerts. It'll help you.
Yeah.
That way you're not like stressing like, what's this ticker doing? I forgot about it. Like you've already had some alerts set, and it'll let you know when it's kind of doing what you want and when you need to look at it.
Yeah, and FRGE is holding for now. Just to let you guys know what's happening.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, not the most volume right now though. That's the only thing. Volume is
but
very
give it
weak.
time. Give it time.
So that's why
It's
I'll
only
probably
been
be
30
waiting.
minutes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
not weak volume. We
Weak
have to
volume.
be patient. TPST, another potential breakout, just low volume. So, well, that one's even way less.
Yeah.
Damn, RDBX is best play today. But still, just wasn't comfortable with it. Didn't like it that much. Horrible company. It is a Reddit play, so who knows how far this thing can go. We've seen what they could do.
Just
But
squeeze
now,
it.
if we're being honest,
Wait for a multi-day bounce.
that's all we could do. Just the higher the better. It creates more range for a multi-day bounce. So
And
that's
you-
what just keeps us calm. Also, if we miss a play,
But
if
you-
it takes
you-
off, we
you
get a
wonder
bounce
why
play.
you wonder why he's got an 80% win rate. It's because he sits here and says, I'm gonna sit here and wait for the multi-day bounce.
Yeah,
Wait for
probably
your
not
pattern.
that entertaining on the live stream. Apologize for that, but like that's kind of what it is. We're just sitting back, trying to be patient, not to get FOMO, not to get too ramped up and disappointed when there's no play or anything. So we're just trying to sit back, let plays develop, and get it in at the right time. That's all we can really do. Sometimes you're wrong, nothing you could do. Sometimes you miss a play.
But there'll always be another.
Yeah,
That's where
yeah,
we
yeah.
learned it
We
from.
initially learned it like similar to that, and then just started tracking more and more. I really liked that pattern. That's the one pattern that made the most sense to me early on, and then I started tracking it in my own way and figuring it out and learning from other traders how they trade it as well.
Like Tim
And
Grittani.
and this is kind of what we came up with. And it, I used to work with it, and then I didn't find much success with it at first, so I ended up ignoring that pattern, and then I came back to it like a year or two later and started tracking it again, and then learned a little bit from what was it, Grittani, Tim Grittani,
Yeah.
and he offered a couple of insights that really changed the way I approached the pattern, and from there I was like, oh, this play is one of the best plays ever, and since then I've been very consistent with it.
I mean, it's a pretty broad pattern. Like a
Yeah.
lot of people trade.
That was us too. That was definitely us. And sometimes I do get into that mentality where I'm like, oh, I want another play. I might be thinking about the money, but at that time you gotta pull back and relax.
All
and
you need is one play a day.
Bring APR in.
Yeah, look at that. Alright, you're a little ahead of my alert.
Okay, let's see what it does here. That's also another reason why we're here. We learned from a lot of these, common traders most people hear about. But 1 second, I need to focus here. I'll get back to my thinking right now. I might start with a starter here on APRN, 400 shares. And I'll probably be risking off of 385. So I'm in 400 shares at 401. So we'll see what happens. I do like how this failed to break down, and then we came back above VWAP and open price, and a little bit of a volume perk came in. We confirmed, I think, the hold in the 380s. So now all I'm looking for is a break of 414, and I think we get a nice move to 450. So we'll see how it develops. Hopefully I get to add a little bit and not walk away with like $200 from this trade. But if that is the case, oh well. We'll let it add up. Singles add up. Here we are, moving a little bit more.
Volume keeps coming in.
Yeah.
I was waiting for like a dip and hold.
Yeah, I was being a little patient too. But once it came back to 4, I'm like, I have to enter this. At least with some size. Just something. Since I'm in it, I could talk a little bit. But we started off learning from Sykes and all these traders that a lot of people know about. And then we came to learn that it does not cost that much to learn what they have to offer. Very grateful for what we learned and whatnot from them. Great teachers, but it's a lot of money. And if you're new, you might hesitate to put all that money in to learn, and you're still new to this game. So, we do have smaller accounts. We're still growing it, but we're finally finding consistency and profitability now. And if we could offer our lessons that we've learned in the past 5-6 years to new traders or someone else at a cheaper cost, why not? We could try to help out all we can.
It's looking good, and it looks like it may not want to give me that dip.
Right? I might just add here just because. FRGE, thanks for the alert there. Check that out. So many things on my screen. There we are. Yes, it is. I wish that had more volume. That's all I gotta say there. Because it's not a low float, and it is a bigger company. So that is one thing I'm uncomfortable with it in the play. But looking back at the history, it has the ability to move. It's got people's attention. People will remember this play going from 15 to 45 in a few days. So because of that, I'm going to be watching it even though it doesn't fit all my criteria. I do like smaller market caps and floats. So we'll see what happens. This thing's topping out here so far. We'll see if we get a higher low. Yuckity doo dah. Keep holding.
Now, what's your risk? 380s?
I think 385. Right around there seems to try to really hold. 380 does seem like a key level because it did come down there. Try to tap that a few times. But I think I'm going to go off 385. If it holds, I'll rebuy. I'll be taking a $40, $60 loss. So I'm not too worried about that. I can make that back easy. And I'm willing to take that loss on the pattern that I know, the open price of VWAP play. So we'll see how this shapes up. Right now it's got some selling, but it's still holding up, making a higher low, holding a key level psychologically, whole dollar, half dollar, $4. So we'll see how this keeps working out here. Good morning, senor.
I just did a small starter. I'm trading way smaller size than he is. So I just got 100 shares of 406 right now.
Give us a burst. Please give us a burst. Let's go. I'm very impatient too. I don't know if you've been watching our live. I'm very impatient. I sell pretty soon. I was just taking quick 10-15%. They run further without us. So you will definitely see that with our trading. Working on the emotions and not selling emotionally. But it happens sometimes. So, I'm already singing, hoping that it takes off. Keep making a higher low. Come on. What else is right now? FRGE 20.6 right now. It's on the scanner. Squeeze mode. LBBX still really taking off. Yeah, 880s. Yeah. Is it really? Damn it, I forgot about that play. Ooh, no. I would not say it's bouncing, no. I'm just trying to stabilize.
Trying to put in the bottom, but
Yeah, that is... that one's tricky. This play has almost zero volume. That's the one thing that's annoying with this. But I do like good recognition with that high break. Definitely.
so I add another 100 shares.
We got the quick break over 257. Low volume though. We'll see how this sets up. Maybe it goes without me if this low volume scares me out. But in my eyes, personally, I wouldn't be taking this right now, especially because I'm also an APRN. Damn, RDBX in the 9s. Wow, that's incredible. But yeah, one thing with the multi-day bounce we're trying to work on, also like figuring out is the volume, how important it is beforehand, like what to recognize. Because sometimes I'll see plays like this where they only have 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 shares traded on the day, but it is setting up the pattern itself, technically. And I get broken up with those if that's going to be a solid opportunity or, because is the volume going to follow it or is that just wishful thinking is really what I'm thinking. But this thing's looking like it's holding a little bit of perk of volume here. See, like, you got a decent risk reward taking from 257, risking 240s, right around 20 cents. Nice.
Here we go.
There we go.
Let's go.
PRN. Nice. Oh.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, it's a fake out. It's a fake out. It's a fake out. That's a fake out, it looks like. Damn it.
Big fake out.
Damn. Damn. Okay, let's see how we keep holding right around here. Open price.
Because shorts just got sucked in right there. So
if that selling fails to continue, it could reverse. But if it doesn't, it's probably going to sell off for a bit. Who knows how much, so I don't want to stay in it. It's getting close to our stop level here. You got to respect your stop loss. Come on. Damn, RDBX at 10? That's incredible. That is incredible. Wow. That's in full squeeze mode. Yes, indeed. It held
higher
in.
the better.
Yeah.
Higher the better.
$15 for APRN doesn't look that bad. Just that 1 minute. And that's sometimes what we do while we're in a trade, or even if we're on a trade, just to get a better idea, a different angle of the play and how it's holding. Look at a different time frame. Look at the 5 minute, 10, 15 minute, half an hour, just to see how it looks on these other time frames that other people are watching. So you got to kind of keep an account for that as well. Because in the 1 minute, you could definitely get faked out. There's a lot of movement back and forth. When you change the time frame, it kind of just gives you that general trend of what's happening in that time period. And it looks like this thing's done. What's happening here? Not the way to start the week here. Come on. FRG is holding nicely. Damn, I wish that had more volume. The IVK, that's still uptrending. That's kind of trying to make the play happen there. The IVK does look interesting. Still trying to hold up, shift that trend from the past few days of just downtrending. I'm rather impressed, Jared. You're still in this. Usually you'd be out with that fake out. Nice. Someone's improving as a trader.
Trying. Well, I had 380 as really,
Yeah.
that level cracked. I feel like it's broken, so.
Right now, it could still be trying to make a higher low.
I mean, right now, after.
Because if you see, there's still, like, if you want to get that line drawn, for now, like, it could easily crack here any second.
Yeah, you might have just jinxed it, so thank you for that.
Yeah. You can't turn that on me, Jared. I'm not a jinx. You'll forever be the jinx.
No. I'm going to push it over to Arnalicia now. Arnalicia is now the Debbie Downer and the jinx of the group.
Let's go, APR. Come on, buddy. We're holding. The volume's fading, making a higher low. Only thing I wish is that it was above 393.
Above
and
VWAP and
VWAP.
open price.
So,
It would be looking a lot better. Yeah, I'd feel
Yeah.
more comfortable.
yep, there it is. I'm out at, damn, more than I wanted. I took a 20-cent loss out of 381. It's all right. $80 loss. What are you gonna do? I didn't like that crack. That was not nice. So if this holds up later on, I'll look at it for a high daybreak for sure, because you got a lot of shorts definitely trapped in this, and if it keeps holding up and it reverses, they're definitely gonna get squeezed. It's just in this moment right now, they're taking over for this moment. Whoa.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's kind of it for now. FRGE, you up? Hell yeah.
Have a great day, man.
FRGE is moving now. Make new highs. Yeah,
I finally cut it.
I saw.
I did hold for I tried to hold for a little bit longer.
Damn, FRGE doing everything I wanted, just low volume. How it came back, held the 20, 21 area how I wanted. And now, yeah, now it's making new highs. That's impressive there. We'll see if that pulls back for another higher low. Could be offer another buying opportunity.
RDBX is going to be, I'm hoping it's going to be a nice multi-day bounce.
Well, how much did it spike?
From 2 to 10.
Yeah, I guess that's 2. Yeah, this will definitely be, RDBX will definitely be a multi-day bounce setup after it sets a red day. You want shorts to take over, be in control, and just wait for that momentum shift. FRGE 22. Yeah, that one is doing some decent volume, but it's also because it's so cheap. The price is different than VIVK. That's also why when people are put in a position, they're gonna need to put more shares in it to have the same dollar.
So instead
amount.
of buying 100 shares, if this was $500, $5, instead of just putting in 100 shares and getting my $500 position, I got to buy 1,000 shares.
Probably more than 1,000 shares.
No, it's 1,000 shares at
Already
50
did it.
cents. Yeah.
Oh, at 50 cents, yeah.
TER still holding up.
Yeah, besides RDBX, it's kind of a weak morning. Gotta say, kind of disappointed.
This will also be a breakout over a red candle though, so I got to keep that in mind.
Right. Still has a ways to go.
NetX is going green, so keep that on watch. I have my alert set for a previous high day break. If we really start getting the volume to test the breakout level.
CYN looks to be reversing finally. Glad I was cautious with that. It did what I wanted, just pre-market, and we saw the momentum shift at the open. A lot of selling, and now it's going. Ooh, damn! I bet looking at that trend, people are been eyeing that. Swing shorts
Oh,
are probably
yeah.
so happy that it's finally reversing and they can take control. boring morning so far. Took a small loss, APRN. Nothing you can do about that. We take losses. It is kind of failing to break down still, right around the 380s, 377 area here. So if it really cracks this 370 area, once it cracks this, I think we get a serious break lower to that day low, and it will really get cracking lower. But it's kind of tough to say because this thing is still trying to hold up here, make a double bottom in this. Oops. Because you see all the selling going on here. You got a lot of shorts. And then if we look from pre-market, we got a downtrend kind of going on. And shorts are recognizing this. And if we could just fail to break down and start climbing back, I think we just have enough buyers to prop this up. The trend will start coming back. And I think the key here is going to be that high at daybreak. Because you got a lot of people selling in the low 14s. You had a double top and then that fake out. So you know that's a key area. Once that area is confirmed, failure to break down, and it's holding that 420 area, 415, shorts should be getting squeezed to the 450s plus. That's all I'm thinking. Same play is going to apply. It just seems that we might have mistimed it. That's really it.
What were you talking about?
Nothing. Just us timing this and how it could come back later.
Oh yeah, I could easily come back. Because now it's got short sucked into it, and it's holding the 380s.
INVZ. Wait, it is a bigger company. Damn it. I do like the pattern. I just don't like the float or the market cap with INVZ. Setting up for an open price play. Yeah, same pattern as APRN. This is setting up really nice. It's just not hitting all my criteria, which is making me want to stay away. Any other plays? Or are we done for the morning? I might be done for the morning. Seems like things are taking some time to really set up. Nothing spectacular. We got all day. It's been less than an hour of market open. So might be early. Might just let shorts suck in to things, let plays develop, and later on we'll get the squeezes we're looking for. But use your time wisely. Like, of course, early on in your trading journey, you're gonna really need a lot of screen time, really understand how the plays move and everything. But after a while, once you understand a little more how things move, and you're just going in and out for the play, it's a waste of time to just stay behind. Yeah, EVOK and IDAI, those are looking kind of weak right now. Oh, IDAI just made new lows, just panicking now. And that's why we wait for that high break, because as long as it isn't breaking that high and holding it, we're going to likely head lower, because that's the trend, is going to continue that trend that it's already in.
Like, you shouldn't be buying. You shouldn't be buying down here in this sideways action, thinking, "Oh, it's putting in a bottom." You need to wait for confirmation.
FRGE with another pullback. That might offer a nice opportunity to buy, possibly. But yeah, there's not much going on. You don't have to stay behind the screen just waiting for something. Sometimes it's a slow day. You don't want to just sit behind your monitors or laptop, whatever, just doing nothing the whole day, waiting for one play. And if you're just sitting there the whole time, you might be trying to force something if nothing is there. So get out, do something. Usually the first hour, hour and a half, the most active. Sometimes you'll get a midday play, but usually the first hour, hour and a half, and the last hour, hour and a half could offer some good moves. And right now, this first session is kind of boring. I'll have my alerts set for APRN if it does come back.
And it's nice to see RDBX ripping. I mean,
Yeah.
we may not have been able to play it,
But you got lessons. There's always something to learn. How something moves.
and we know that there will be a potential play in the next few days.
Or next few hours. Tomorrow.
But I mean, with RDBX, like after let it fade, let it put in its first red day, which it looks like it's doing today. Then you can wait for that momentum shift.
Yeah. INVZ looking like it wants to hold here. I won't trade it. I'm gonna be disciplined. Already took a loss. Don't need another one in case this one doesn't work out. It's not fitting my criteria. I'm gonna feel really dumb and annoyed if I take it and it ends up failing. And I won't feel as dumb or annoyed if it takes off without me. So, putting that into consideration. But we got a solid hold here of the breakout around 463, 460. If we keep holding this level, it could possibly get to the mid fives, 5-ish area. So just something to watch, but there isn't really much action this morning, so I don't see why IMVZ would be the one. All eyes are really on RDBX. Once again, bigger company, bigger flow. As we see with the history, doesn't really move much at all. This one just kind of a no trade at all. This would be personally an ignore. It just trying to fill this gap. It is breaking above the 660s here. But bigger company, bigger market cap. Not the history of being a mover. Just not really checking off anything I usually look for when looking for a play. So can it move? Yeah. Will I be looking for it for a move? No. But I think my time has come up here in the morning. I'll be back later on, hopefully. We'll be back on the live stream. Jared, are you going to continue this for the morning right now?
No, I may cut it early. I'm gonna try to take my tire off my car.
You still got some stuff to do. Yeah.
I need to get done this while it's midday.
Yeah, it seems a little dead right now. It's okay. It happens. There's times like these. That's why I was saying, Friday morning, the first half an hour, 45 minutes were so boring. And then 7:20 Pacific time, all of a sudden, things start moving. And I'm like, oh my God, here's NUTX. It's working out. VIVK. And the other
RDBX, CYN.
Yeah. So it could turn up at any moment. So we'll see what happens. Hope we're helpful today. Learn something from our loss, how we trade it, how we approach plays, being patient, staying away from things, really being picky, and if it doesn't fit our criteria, probably going to be an ignore. Of course we're emotional, it's going to happen. But something like ACCD or INVZ, I'm going to just ignore. It's not up my alley, and that's all I can really say about that. I'm only looking to trade charts that are familiar with a familiar pattern. If the chart isn't familiar to me, I'm gambling. So, and there's no point in that. I didn't get in this game to gamble. We're here for high odds setups. So, yeah. I think that's a good morning. We'll be back later on. We'll definitely have a video lesson or something later on, going over something more in depth. So keep an eye on APRN. That is still holding the 380s. So if that could come back, that could be something. But yeah, so that's all we can say for now. Hope everyone had a great morning. We'll be back later when it comes back. Yes, now it sets new low. Shall we talk about that?
Get off. You're pissing me off.
We're talking about APRN from that consolidation. Yeah, it cracked a little bit below to 75. But we'll see. We shall see. Yeah. Are you done, Jared?
Yeah.
Am I wrapping this up? Okay. Hope everyone has a great rest of the morning. We'll be back later on. We'll tweet it when we'll be back, so keep an eye out for that. Follow us on Twitter at Pack-A-Punch Traders. Besides that, hope everyone had a great morning.